Coming up next on Trojan News, freshman choir students perform at district chorus and the Spanish Club visits Haitian sensation.
These stories and more are coming up next on Trojan News.
And now, from Studio 100 at Greenville High School, this is Trojan News.
Hello and welcome to Trojan News for Friday, January 27th. I'm DJ.
And I'm Javon.
Misty Armand and several Greenville choir students traveled to Seneca Valley on Friday, January 20th to participate in a junior high district chorus event. Lily Thomas, Hannah McKinney, Joey Miller, Ethan Iverson, Dalen Richens, and Sam Campman. Students worked on various and classic pop selections throughout the day and performed a concert that night.
The Spanish Club recently had the opportunity to visit Haitian Sensation and Sharon to enjoy food and culture. Ethan Iverson was there and filed this report.
Students in Spanish Club had the opportunity to go down to Haitian Sensation in Sharon, PA to experience all the amazing food, drinks, and more.
I think the food was pretty heat. I don't like mac and cheese. I'm not a big fan of cheese, but the pulled pork sandwich was really good.
My experience at Haitian Sensation was it was really good. The cafe was just so nice, and they had such good food and such good drinks, especially the Caribbean punch. It was amazing.
Haitian Sensation was pretty good. I went into the cafe and I got one of their really nice cookies. They were actually really good. I liked them. And the food was good, and the drink was pretty nice too.
Joseph had the opportunity to tell us why Haitian Sensation is more than just a great coffee shop and Caribbean restaurant.
My favorite part about the field trip was learning about his experience coming to America and learning about the cultural and language.
So I really love to hear Joseph's message every year because he has a really unique perspective on being an immigrant. He has really unique experiences here in the States. I love to hear how appreciative he is, and he really lets the kids know how important it is to be appreciative and take advantage of the opportunities that you are given. We hear about how his experience was in Haiti and what school is like in Haiti for all kids, and it's really eye-opening because he tells us about how if you don't have money to go to school in Haiti, you can't go to school. So there's many, many, many kids that are just like our kids here, and they just can't go to school because they can't bring a notebook to school or they can't afford a school uniform. And so hearing how that was like for him and just kind of trying to imagine what that life is like is really interesting for our kids and does make them appreciate a lot of things.
Dead Possum Riding Club is accepting applications for its annual scholarship now through April 1st, 2023. The officially titled Mercer County Patriot Scholarship is for any graduating seniors attending school and residing in Mercer County who is the child, sibling, niece, nephew, or grandchild of an active military member of an honorably discharged veteran. The application is available in the guidance office or can be downloaded directly from www.deadpossumridingclub.org.
The sophomore retreat will return for the first time since 2020. All sophomores are invited to attend a day of teams building activities, food, singing, dancing, and more at Camp Nazareth in Mercer, PA on Saturday, February 4th. Permission slips for the event are due to Mrs. Martin by Friday, January 27th. Don't miss out. Many students say that this is one of their favorite memories of their high school career.
Which of your teachers would you most likely find roaming in the woods on their day off? Actually, the list might be too long to choose from. In this week's Spotlight, Phoenix Keck learns more about science teacher and avid outdoorsman Mr. Black.
So how long have you been teaching?
I have been teaching 30 years after this year's over.
What would be your favorite high school memory?
Favorite high school memory is probably playing sports in high school. Especially football.
What would you be right now if you weren't a teacher?
If I wasn't a teacher, probably a hunting guide in Alaska.
What is your favorite show or movie ever?
Favorite show or movie, probably have to be Forrest Gump.
What are some recommended things to do in the winter?
In the wintertime, bundle up, get outside, and get some exercise in the cold.
If the school suddenly gave you 3 months off, what would you do in that time?
Oh, 3 months off. I would probably, depending on the time of year, if it was in the fall, I'd probably be out west in the Rocky Mountains someplace chasing elk.
The GHS cafeteria serves up hot and tasty breakfasts and lunches 5 days a week. While we appreciate all of the meals that the cafeteria staff dishes out, we wondered what lunches do GHS students most look forward to?
Nachos.
Nachos because they taste good. Walking taco.
My favorite school lunch is definitely General Tso's.
Nachos because it's good.
The chicken patties.
Why?
Because they're good and I can get it every day.
Valentine's Day is quickly approaching and boyfriends are on the clock trying to come up with a thoughtful gift for the significant other. But if you don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, should you ask someone to be your Valentine? We asked GHS and here's what they said.
If you're dating them, you don't have to ask them. But if you have a little crush on them, you should ask them.
I would say no.
I think it's a great way to show that you love someone.
I think it's a cute idea. You can get your girlfriend some flowers and go on a nice little date. I would just go for it. Like, do whatever makes you happy. I don't like girls. They disappoint me. That's about it.
I think it's a great way to spark new relationships and friendships.
The SAT will be given here at GHS on Saturday, March 11th for juniors and seniors. Registration deadline is Friday, February 10th. Late registrations are an extra $30. You must register online. If you have any questions, please see Mr. Wig or Mr. Soderich.
Additional classified documents are found at Joe Biden's residence, and SWAT is called to a Pittsburgh neighborhood. These stories and more in this week's World Watch.
Early Monday morning, at least 4 people were taken into custody after a SWAT team was called to a home in Pittsburgh, PA. One man ran into the house where a rap video was being filmed and refused to come out. 4 men were taken into custody and guns were recovered from the property following a search warrant. Several classified documents from President Joe Biden's time as vice president were discovered last fall in a private office. Fewer than a dozen classified documents were found at Biden's office. It is unclear what the documents pertain to or why they were taken to Biden's private office. Director Jules Souza was struck by the same bullet that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the film Rust. However, the shooter, actor and producer Alec Baldwin will not be charged for that. Baldwin would be charged with involuntary manslaughter for firing the bullet that killed Hutchins, but only for Hutchins' death. Carol Baskin's dead husband is found alive. The Tiger King star's missing ex-husband, Don Lewis, was reportedly found alive in Costa Rica, but the discovery is now just making headlines. In November 2021, Carol Baskin said Lewis was declared legally dead in 2002 after disappearing a few years before.
Both the boys and girls basketball team faced tough competition this week.
Ellie is standing by in the Sports Center with the highlights. Ellie?
Thanks, guys. The Lady Trojans dropped a tough matchup, 43-34 against Laurel on Saturday, January 21st. The loss was just the second of the season for the Trojans. Laurel was very opportunistic, scoring 16 of their 43 points on turnovers. Anna Harps led the Trojans with 12 points, Reese Schaller and Grace Kano with 8 points each. Kano had 11 rebounds, while Schaller recorded 9. The boys basketball team squared off against the Hornets at Hickory High School on Friday, January 20th. The boys found themselves down by 5 at the end of the first quarter, but stomped back in the second to take a 3-point lead into the locker room at the half. In the second half, Hickory's stingy defense limited the Trojans to just 14 second-half points, and the Hornets pulled away with 52-42 victory. Noah Filson and Logan Lentz led the charge offensively, each recording 15 points. Lentz also had 7 rebounds. That's the latest from the Sports Center. Let's send it back to the guys in the studio.
Thanks, Ellie. That's all for this week's episode of Trojan News.
Be sure to follow our YouTube channel for the latest in school news, sports, and creative content. For the Trojan News, I'm Javon.
And I'm DJ. Have a great day.